And it's that the clients who get laid the most are not necessarily the most charismatic or high energy or the ones who are like they've got a big personality. It tends to be the ones who are calm, chill, just like chill and relaxed. Like that's what I've noticed. They tend to do the best because I mean, there's a number of reasons. I had a client who just finished. They were doing a longer 2-week program, and they actually got laid 5 days in a row. And the last girl, like, I mean, you saw her. I mean,
Yeah, she was really smoking.
she was,
Yeah, he didn't come
I
back
was
to
like,
came out that way.
you know, sometimes like the girl's so hot, I'm like, okay, look, I'll give you some of the money back if I can just step in and take the girl instead.
What do you like? You originally talked to her too. You're like, boom, and you gave it to like I was watching this and I was like, all right. I was like, damn, okay. That girl's
Dedication.
Dude,
So
I've never even seen a girl that hot. Usually in real life, that's how hot she was.
yeah. So
Like,
and I think he fell in love with her. I think he's probably gonna get because he's hanging out with her every day.
Can we be the best man?
But this you know, this client was a very unassuming, chill guy. He's cool. He's easy to hang out with. And I mean, there were two things that I think led to him getting laid so much. And by the way, before the boot camp, he told me he got laid twice in the last year. Twice in the last year through just like random encounters kind of thing. And so not a lot. And then 5 times in 1 week. And so the two keys were, one is I mentioned, like I suggested you need to lead more. You need to like when you're talking to a girl for more than 10 minutes, you need to like move her around, take her to the dance floor, like move it forward instead of letting it just stagnate. Because there's an energy to the interaction. If it just feels like it's going nowhere, it kind of fizzles out. That's what tends to happen. So make sure you're escalating, not necessarily like making out or something, but escalating it in some way, moving it forward in some way. And he did a great job at just not having a big ego, listening to that and doing that. And as soon as he did that, he's pulling every night. The other thing though is that he's just very calm. He's just chill dude. He's a chill dude. And I think a big part of this is women don't like the feeling of pressure that guys put on them. The feeling of, oh, I need something from you. Or the feeling that this guy's going to be pushy. Like if we go on a date, he's going to be pushy and he's not going to take no for an answer. Or like they've had experiences with guys being too pushy and that just like triggers an uncomfortable like anxiety kind of response. They don't like that. And so if a guy could just be chill, relaxed, unassuming, then it allows arousal to build. They feel comfortable, they feel trusting, and that's necessary for women generally to feel aroused is to also feel trust and comfort. Whereas for guys, it's kind of different. They really don't care because they generally, because you're physically stronger and there's like less risks involved, right? I mean, you don't have the risk of getting pregnant or attacked or anything like that. But for women, arousal and like that's probably the secondary thing is the like raw attraction. The first thing is like they have to feel comfortable. And the way to make a girl feel comfortable is one, just being chill and relaxed and unassuming. The other one is being fun, like we are talking about earlier, like just being fun and showing that you don't take yourself seriously, that you're not you're not going to put pressure. You're just enjoying yourself. You don't need her to have fun. You can have fun on your own. You're not like taking from her to enjoy yourself. And with those two things combined, arousal tends to build over time automatically.
Well, the bread and butter of game is chill and fun. Chill, relax, fun. Like it's bread and butter. I mean, it's fun to be like you know, a lunatic every so often, not gonna lie. But it comes from a place of like, it shouldn't come from a place of anxiety, stress, like it's not that anxious energy. So here's the cool thing about like, so the girls that he was like pulling were smoking hot. They were so hot. We actually got jealous for half a second. We're on like on boot camp. We're like, dang it! Like we're just watching this guy. Like I mean, thank God we're like you know killing the like you know the coaching stuff is like you know kicking ass. But at the same time too, it comes from this like energy. It's like the relaxation indicates to the girl that you are somebody that is relaxed in your own feet, especially talking to her. So this girl isn't used to a guy that acts like this around her. So guess what? Because this guy acts like this, he's outside the usual box of a guy that approaches her. So guess what? Now when he talks to her, he's like, oh, this is a little different. Every other guy was trying hard. This guy's not trying whatsoever. This guy must be a king. This guy must be alpha. This guy must be like a bad motherfucker. So then from that headspace, like the girl's gonna be more interested.
It leaves room for her to invest because it's like, you know how you physical space between you and another person, if you get too close to someone, they feel like they recoil, right? They want to pull back. If you get too much, someone gets too much in your physical space, it's like emotional space exists too. It's like an invisible bubble, and it's the way you're acting. If you're being pushy, like, hey, how's it, blah, 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 and you're like tense and you need their attention, and you're like being pushy, then it takes up their emotional space, and they feel that same recoiling feeling, but on an emotional level instead of a physical level. And you want to not trigger that by just, if you leave emotional space by not needing to fill every silence immediately, by being relaxed, by being able to joke, all these different things, when you're able to do that, then she is able to start, she has a desire to start pursuing you, to go towards your emotional space. And that's the simplest way to get a girl to start chasing you, to start investing in you.
Do you want to answer some questions?
First, we should mention that, so this is all about boot camps we're talking about. If you're interested in boot camp, we'll have a link below for each of our different boot camps. And we're actually going to be doing touring over the next couple months across the states, because pretty much everywhere is opened up or about to be opened up, because hopefully COVID's pretty much like going towards the past now and life is returning to normal, which is great. Like in Vegas, I mean, the clubs are completely at capacity. You've got people like Diplo playing tonight and like huge artists, right? And so it's amazing. Life is, like, if we're being totally honest, COVID, could you still get laid during it? Could you make cold approach work? Yes.
Yeah.
And we did.
Yeah.
But is it easier now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's definitely easier.
It's way easier.
It's definitely easier now.
I think there was a few times where like him and me both had like 3 separate groups of like, so I had like almost every night out I had at least like 3 groups of girls that I could have pulled, or like that wanted to go home with me. It's just more like, did I like them enough to actually take them home was the big answer. Like I think nowadays this actually surprisingly it's even easier than it was before, and I don't know if it's because we got better or if it's because game is easier because it's like the new baby boomer era.
I think it's the baby boomer. Yeah, this is gonna be the next baby boomer generation.
Yeah, like it might be just that everybody's getting
all that
so
repression.
horny.
Because a lot of people, there were people who were still like being social despite it, but there are a lot of people who were really afraid of it, really like just bunkering it down, not talking to anyone, not even going on Tinder dates, like just nothing.
Watching
and now they got the vaccine, so now they're the zombie apocalypse.
Oh no!
But they survived, and
surprise,
so
surprise.
those brave survivors are now coming back out, and now they're like have a year of repressed like certain drives that need to be released, if you will.
Yeah, like all the terror from almost like the near-death experience of COVID.
Yeah, exactly. And so we're gonna be doing touring. So in July we're gonna be going to let me see if I can remember, Miami. Miami, that one is already booked for me. I think he may have a spot on that one, or he may be booked for his Miami one too.
I'm thinking about doing one in the week after, though. I was going to talk about that.
Okay, so Miami, Atlanta, Chicago, and then the first week of August will be Arizona, Phoenix. And then from Phoenix, we're going to be going through California. So San Diego, LA, maybe San Francisco, debatable. We'll see. So if you're living in any of those cities or near those cities, you want to take a boot camp, make sure to click the link that we're going to be adding. It's going to be after the live, but make sure to click that link because, like, at least for mine, either one or both of those spots are taken for each of those boot camps. So some of them have one spot left, but none of them are completely open anymore. So make sure that you look at the link below. I'll have the schedule and you'll be able to sign up for whichever specific one that is closest to you. But if you're in California, anywhere in Florida, Arizona, or Atlanta, wherever, Georgia, or Chicago, any of those states, make sure to check those out, because we're not going to be, I'm probably not going to go to those cities, many of those cities multiple times. It might be the only time I go to those cities in the near future. I'm planning on doing a Europe tour later in the year as soon as that's possible. So a lot of these are not opportunities that are going to be coming like every few months, every year. So if you want to do a boot camp in your city, now is the chance. We're also considering doing some kind of speech/event while we're in those cities for people that are unwilling to make the investment for boot camp, unable, whatever. So we can still have some way to like give you some value. So we're not sure as to the exact details. We'll talk more about that in the near future, though.
Yeah.